Alrighty, I'm live. Boom. So this is what's going down. I got a whole lot of stuff happening right now, like crazy stuff. But one of the exciting things is that I've decided to start documenting the impact of Reach It on some of my customers. So anyway, I'm sitting on my balcony, right? And I got my buddy, who's become my buddy, Jonathan. He's going to beam in a second. I'm going to interview him because next Saturday, Jesse, who's a videographer from Canada, he's just come out of the Yukon Valley filming hunters. He's going to come down and start making a mini documentary about Reach It customers. Not so much, it's really about window cleaning, because window cleaning is such a fantastic industry. And why do we clean windows? We clean windows to add value. And you know, that's why I focus on efficiency and safety. Here he is, Ad. Bring him on camera.
Barry, how's it going, sir?
He's here. Woohoo!
How's it going?
Great. Awesome. How are you
Good,
going?
Man. We're good, man. It's about 9:30 here p.m. in the States.
You've tucked all the little ones in bed?
Oh, yes, sir. Everybody's in bed. My youngest, my oldest, she's not feeling too well today.
Damn.
Man, it's all bright over there in China.
Look at that, man. Daylight here. This is tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I gotta say?
Yeah.
I'm already in tomorrow, right? And it's fantastic. It's like you can go to
you're
bed
in the future, man.
Yeah, that's it. You can go to bed tonight and you already heard from Perry Tate. Tomorrow is amazing.
Yes, sir.
Hey, so let's tell a little bit of your story. We've got a few people on who are watching, and you rang up one day and you wanted to buy a Reach It, but tell me about your business. Do you have another job and you're building a window cleaning business on the side, or are you full time?
Yes, that is correct. What's happening is I deliver beer for a liquor distributor here in Nashville, and I go in super early in the morning, and I get done early enough to run my own business. So me and my wife were talking about it, and I tried doing landscaping, but my back didn't do it with, Yep. It's just I got a bad back. So I talked to my wife about doing window cleaning and everything, and she was like, let's go for it. Let's see how everything's going, and so far, everything's going great.
Yeah, Nashville, Tennessee. This Jacob's just commenting. And that's great. And I think that's the right way to start a business, by the way. Like both you and our other friend, Jose, right, are both sort of young businesses, and we want to try and capture you now. Emil is here. How are you, buddy? So we want to capture your businesses at their very nascent, their baby stage, and document it, because like Jesse's going to come down from Vancouver. He's going to be with you on Saturday, and then he's going to be with you for 2.5 days and film. What we're really trying to do is capture what is it like, why we want to be a window cleaner, like what does it mean? So what are you setting out to achieve? Like, what's your 1 year, 5 year plan being a window cleaner?
A 1 year plan is to get a lot more business. Get dealerships, schools, city halls, police departments, stuff like that. That's my goal. And my 5 year plan is to try to start building a big legacy here in Nashville for my family.
See, that's the shit I like to hear. Legacy.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, and window cleaning is one of those industries where there are, like, I've got so many friends like Noah Pedersen, Scott Eskerance, I don't know how to say his name properly, Tanya Wager, like some of the IWCA members. Like those are second and third generation window cleaning families, so it's really awesome. Possible. And everybody started as one man cleaning windows or one woman cleaning windows, So we're going to be able to track your experiences from this very early stages where you've gone from, picking up a couple of jobs, and then, we've helped you into a Reach It system, because you've got there's not a whole lot of cash floating around, right? So I've got a pretty cool deal going on there.
Yeah. Yep.
And then, so what's your hope? You're going to go out and hustle, right?
Oh man, I'm a certified hustler, man.
That's great.
I ain't gonna let nothing hold me down. I got 3 kids. My wife, she's beautiful. She's supporting me 100% full through everything that's going on right now. she's excited for not just for me, for us as a business to grow, and
Nice.
for you to help us out, you know, and it, you know, we really appreciate it.
Yeah, no, it's going to be amazing. I'm really excited because I think, you know, if we document who you are now, what it means to you, why you're wanting to be a window cleaner. I love that you've got hustle. I think I wouldn't have supported you if you didn't have hustle, and you hustled me, right? So, you know, I know you wanted to reach it. I just knew that you couldn't afford it right now. And I think that's also prudent.
Yes.
You know, it's always that balance. Like, how do I get efficiency? Because once I've got efficiency, I'll have more money, as long as, and
Yep.
here's my little coaching, that time is only money if you do something else with your time that makes money. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's no use
Yes.
saving time and you getting a reach it and going out and working faster and then going home and watching television. Now,
Yeah, exactly. It's about the money.
yeah, but if you want to come home and play with your kids, then time is love, and that's okay too.
Yeah.
You know, so there's nothing like,
Yes.
but we've just got to be really clear. Like, when is time money? Time is money when you can reinvest time to make more money, and that's hustle time. That doesn't mean you have to go and,
Yes.
you know, end up cleaning windows all day, all night, or anything like that. This is about, you know,
And
being
then
able
see
to.
my family.
You want to see your family. So some of the
Yes.
benefits of working faster is you release, you know, more time as well. You know, so that you get a bit of time as love in there as well. And then if you were,
Yes.
for example, I don't know your religion, but if you're a Jehovah's Witness and you know, had a commitment to evangelize, then time is God, or time is truth, or time is, you know, like if you look at time about, you know, that it's a resource and we're swapping it every day, minute by minute, yeah?
Yeah.
You got to work out,
Exactly, you know.
be real clear what you're swapping it for, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. Like I go into work, like tomorrow, I have to go into work. I have to be there by 3:30 in the morning to hit my first stop.
Wow.
And then like I'm up. I probably get 3 to 4 hours of sleep because I make sure my wife goes to work tomorrow as well. You know, my wife works 5 days a week. You know, just a few hours because she's been mostly a stay-at-home mom since we've had
Right.
kids.
Yep.
So the past couple of years, she's been, you know, doing really good. You know, she only works probably 20 hours a week. But I make sure she gets home safe. I make sure she gets to work safe. Then I
Nice.
stay up all night until she gets home from work just to make sure she is safe.
That's nice. See, that's good stuff right there.
Yes.
That's good stuff right there. Well, this is exciting. I'm
And my
glad
kids
to.
are my pride.
I know they are. I know. I love listening to you talk about your kids. I think that.
Thank you.
I mean, that's what. I mean, it's all sorts of things that you've said to me that made me want to back you, and make me want to document you, because I think that it's so exciting because you can articulate quite well, and I think that if we can, you know, show people that you can start a window cleaning business, and B, I do believe that you should draw as little out of a business as possible. Like when we started Reach It, we had $10,000 and we lived in an apartment like way up in the sky in Shanghai. Harrison was making the poles. I was building websites, which I didn't know how to do. He was only 18. And then UPS would come at 4 in the afternoon. So 3 o'clock, we were both in boxing and packaging like that, you know. And there was
awesome.
time we couldn't even go out for a drink. You know, people invite us out for a drink. Now we drink way too much, but back then we couldn't even go out for a drink. Like, you know, and that's the right way.
Crazy,
when you're starting the business, don't draw anything out of it, and keep that day job going as long as possible until that business has got a life of its own to support, you know.
Yeah,
everything
exactly.
I like that.
I got a plan, man. Like my plan is just to grow a legacy for my children, so they will never want like I did when I was a kid.
Yeah. See, that's great.
My real dad, my real dad, man. He went to jail for 10 years of our lives. Came out, didn't want nothing to do with us.
Ouch.
So I brushed that off my shoulders. That's cool. You know, everything for my kids I do is for my kids. It's not for me. It's for them.
Yeah, I like that. I'm
You know?
pretty similar, by the way. I got orphaned by my mum and dad. They kept my brother and sister and sent me to an orphanage.
No, man.
Try that for rejection.
Yeah. Oh man, that's rough. You know, my mom, she was there. She was always at work. You know, it was hard to get help from her and my stepdad now, who is, you know, my dad. My stepdad is my dad. He took care of me since I was a little tyke. You know.
That's sweet.
Yeah, but they always had to work to support 4 kids because there's my sister, my older brother who's in the Army in Fort Hood, Texas, then it's me and my little brother who lives in Nashville as well.
Fantastic. That's
Yeah,
great,
man.
man.
So
That's
it's
great.
they had to work, they had to hustle their whole lives, you know, and now it's
Yeah.
time for them to chill and everything. It's my
Yeah.
turn to hustle.
That's it. And don't be worried about them having a hardship in life, because hardship, if you look at who we become really great because of hardship. And silver spooners and
Yes.
trust fund babies, pretty much, have a much more predisposition to go onto cocaine, and, and they've got no capability to handle what goes wrong in life. Like, whereas we're kind of
Yep.
robust and thick skinned and all that sort of thing, we can get out
Oh
there
yeah,
and
for sure, man.
grind. Yeah. He's in Nashville,
Yep.
Simon. So there's a whole lot of comments that you and I should go through afterwards and have a read and make a comment, because there's some really, like Augie Dugar said, both of his parents are homeless. There's some really interesting things about, people that have grown up with, childhood with different levels of difficulty. And it's actually, if you study it, it's not, there's different levels of difficulty, but some kids make more of small difficulty, and so still end up really tough because they actually made a really bad meaning of something that wasn't that bad. So they still
Yeah,
feel as if they had a
exactly.
challenged childhood, so they still get the hustle and the grind, even though life was pretty good.
Yeah, exactly.
You definitely want to. I'll tell you what I did, just so you get an idea. When Harrison was 17, we went to New Zealand on a family holiday, and when we were there, I had this great idea. I'd read Richard Branson's book 5 years earlier or something. So I said to Harrison, I came to him and I said, listen, I'm thinking I'm gonna leave you in New Zealand for another, I don't know, 7 to 10 days or something. I'll give you $50 a day. I'm going to drop you off at the hostel, like the YMCA, type place. And I'm not going to ring you. I'm not going to talk to you. You've got an emergency phone number to my friends here. And then, do you want to do that? And he goes, yeah, okay, like nervous as anything. And so I dropped him off, and I bought his air ticket and gave him his air ticket and said, there you are, see you. He didn't ring me. He didn't ring my friends. He went to the hostel, and he was freezing the first night, so he went out and bought a blanket for $80, not knowing he could rent one for $5. So he'd blown a day and a half of his money, right, in the first
No,
day.
man.
Yeah, serious. And he found his way home, And the reason I did it, because he'd just jumped out of an airplane at 15,000 feet and skydived for the first time,
Oh, that's
So I said,
awesome.
okay, I'm gonna use this ripple effect, because his life is pretty sweet, but I keep, now he's a man, right? So I don't have to do it. But, back then I was looking for challenges, ripple effect moments, drop a pebble in the pond and, see what you can
Oh
make.
yeah, for sure.
See
Yeah.
what you can create, even if it looks like
See if you
turmoil.
make a little, make sure you make a little splash, or do you want to
Yeah.
make a tidal wave? I like the tidal wave.
Boom, that's it. So the funny part of the story is the first 3 days he was sitting there telling everybody that his dad made him do this, right? Everybody's feeling sorry for him, so he was playing the pity card, right? And then one day it came to him and said, no, actually, my dad asked me if I wanted to do this. So there goes that's an epiphany moment, right? That he took responsibility for this situation of like trauma that he was in, So it was pretty exciting. All right, so
Yeah,
this is
man.
good.
Yeah, man. I'm super excited. Like this is amazing.
All right, so Jesse's going to be there on Saturday, start filming. I'm excited about that. This dude is so amazing. And
That's awesome.
And yeah, you're going to love him so much. And then he's leaving you and heading off to El Paso, Texas to see Jose Acosta. He's also an amazing story.
That's awesome. What's his story?
Yeah, well, his story is pretty crazy. He started cleaning windows with paper and spray, $10 a building.
Man.
Dang.
And that's crazy.
And he's been saving up his money for a Reach It, and he just bought a Reach It off me maybe the week before we talked. And then he told me his whole story. He's a single dad with a little girl, and he's living for his kid, and he wants to take on America, man. This guy wants to clean every window in America. He's so ambitious.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's still living in his truck. Like he's invested in a Reach It when he hasn't gone and got himself, a home yet. Like he just knows he's got to build a business first and let the business pay for his lifestyle, not try and draw the lifestyle out of the business, So
exactly.
I think you watch a guy hustle like that, it's really just to try and catch and document who he is today, and then look at him 1 year from now, look at him 5 years from now, send Jesse down and say, now where are you, buddy?
Yeah, maybe one day he'll turn out like Joshua Latimer or something,
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's what's going to happen. I love Josh. I love Josh.
Man, I'd like to pick his brain every,
Yeah.
see how, like, I watched a couple videos, on him and Keith Kalfas and everybody, all the window cleaner niche on YouTube,
Yeah.
that's been my go-to, for everything.
Well, we've just started Perry Talks, right? But we're getting right down deep and dirty on window cleaning, because I watch all these other videos and guys just fly over the top because they don't know anything. Actually, they can talk, but they don't actually know. So I thought, no, this education. I really believe that education always delivers an income. People go to university so they can earn more money. I did a whole lot of personal development courses. I made more money. I did programs. I went to the British Window Cleaning Academy in 2006 and learned how to water fed. I flew over to England to learn how to use a water fed pole efficiently, and then came back to Australia. And then you get income from education. So this is where I want to play my place in the market. Is I'm not going to tell pretty stories about opinion. I'm going to just deliver the facts so that people can understand more about what it is. Because pressure washers know shitloads, and window cleaners have been kept fairly dumbified by the system. And there's a lot to know as a window cleaner, so I want to get in down dirty and get into the gritty so that people can know more. And then when you know more, you can earn more. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was talking to one of my clients today. I went to go clean their place after going to my job, then going window cleaning today. And I was talking to a lady about the system, about what me and you were talking about and everything. And she was like, you know a crap ton about window cleaning. I was like, well, I appreciate it. I have a lot of hours just in YouTube, it going on Google, just, hydrophobic glass and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
She was like, you are the only person I've ever known to know so much about glass. I'm like,
that's great. Well, hydrophobic glass is a thing of the past. Do you know that?
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like once you get your constructor brush, man, the constructor turns hydrophobic to behave hydrophilic, just in the downstroke.
Man.
It's amazing.
Yes.
Right. So you don't have to worry about that anymore. It'll be part of the history books.
It's a thing of the past.
Yeah, we'll be talking. Remember those days where we used to worry about hydrophobic glass, and people would go, "What is that?" And then you'll be able to show how wise you are. That's like,
Yeah, exactly, man.
So it's all going to be that. All right, buddy. So who's here? Gene O'Neill's here. So I'm just interviewing Jonathan, Gene, because I'm sending a videographer, a professional videographer, a documentary maker to make a mini documentary on Jonathan Garcia here about his life and why he's a window cleaner and how he wants to build a legacy for his kids. And that really excites me. So we want to catch him now and document that now and then come back in a year and come back in 5 years and see, how amazing you've become. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's the plan, just as, coming from my apartment, like I have a 95 Chevy. Old bucket, it gets the job done, I just spent like $50 on logo, so I got my logo on the back window. It says Flash Window Cleaning, and I got my phone number tagged around my truck. So I mean, it's green, it's mean, it's a fighting machine.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, champion, let's wind this up, and I'll catch up with you and Jesse. Maybe we'll go live when Jesse's there and do a little bit of an update, and then we'll see how the edit comes out.
Yes, sir.